Students, my name is Ajay Gulati. I'm an income tax officer. Today we will be doing mensuration second class, that is mensuration 3D. I'll be very slow with the basics. I will tell you each and everything in detail so that you can grasp the concept easily and maybe so that you can further solve the questions easily. Okay. See, mensuration M3D. Let's start with the basic thing first. I start with a cuboid. What is a cuboid? If you lend a height to a rectangle, then it becomes a cuboid. How come? Look, this is a rectangle. If to this rectangle I give some height, this becomes a box. Okay, so this is a cuboidal box. A very good example of a cuboid box is your shoe box, the packet in which you get a shoe that has a length, a breadth, and this height. This is the height, this is the length, this is the breadth. Okay, so this is LBH. This is a cuboid with dimensions L, B, and H. I hope it is clear to all of you. Yes, it must be clear. So with this cuboid, what I can say is, what is the volume? See students, volume of any three-dimensional figure is basically volume of three-dimensional figure. A regular three-dimensional figure is base area into height. Okay, let's say if I take an example of, let's say this is my book. Okay, this is my book. Okay, see here, this is a rectangular face. To this rectangular face I give this much of height. So this I can say, what will be the volume of this? This is, let's say, length, this is breadth, and this is the height. L into B into height. If you pile up papers on one over another, so on, they will get some height. So it will become 3D figure. A rectangle, first of all, is a 2D figure. If to this 2D figure you give some height, it becomes a 3D figure, it gets a volume. This 2D figure has an area. Okay, and when you give it some height, it becomes a 3D figure, it gets a volume. So the volume is base area into height. What is the base area? Base area is length into breadth into, we multiply height this way, L into B into H. I hope this is clear to all of you. L, B, H. Any doubts? No doubts. Okay, let's move ahead. This thing is done. This is the cuboid volume. If I say surface area, what is the surface area of a cuboid? A cuboid has 6 faces. Out of those six faces, 2 faces are alike. Like a pair of faces is alike. Like this thing front, this thing back. This is length into breadth, same length into breadth. So I can say double of LB. Then see, if this is my length and this is the height, you getting it? This is the height, so this is length into height plus 2LH, and this is the breadth and this is the height. This breadth height in front side, this breadth height in back side, so we get 2BH. Getting, my dear students? So surface area is twice of LB plus LH plus BH. So far no doubts. I hope it must be clear. Suppose I give you a cuboid with dimensions, let's say L is equal to 5, H is equal to 3, and breadth is equal to 4. We find out each and everything of this. Okay, what will be the volume? Volume will be length into breadth into height. This height is 3, so what I get? 20 into 3, 60. Done. Next thing, surface area. Double of LB is what? 5 into 4, 20. LH is what? 5 into 3, 15. BH is what? 4 into 3, 12. So far so easy. 20 plus 27, 47 into 2, 94. Clear? Now the diagonal of a cuboid. Diagonal of a cuboid. What do I get as a diagonal of a cuboid? Diagonal is L is equal to the length of the diagonal is, let's say I denote it by small d, under the root L square plus B square plus H square. So you get 5 square plus 4 square plus 3 square. This is, I can say 5 square 25. This is also 25. 25 plus 25 under root 50, or I can say 5 root 2. These things must be clear to all of you. If you want, you can take a screenshot. I am getting aside. Then I am moving to next question in this concept. Okay, students. I'll take an example of this. So far we have done, okay, I'm rubbing this portion first of all. What happens is, let's say I cut this cube. What happens if I cut this cube along all the dimensions? Okay, let me wipe this out, then I'll take further questions from this book only, for this only. Students, it will be more convenient this way if I show you actual figure and then I cut it off. Let's say this is a box which I have. Suppose this side is 5, this side is 4, and the thickness, this height is 3. So if I cut it from here, exactly half, then what happens is, then what will be the new area? Like if I cut it like this, new total area. Student, this is a very important concept and a very good concept. If you understand it carefully, questions will be very easy and very small. What will be the new total area? It will be old area, old surface area plus. What happens when I cut it? See, what is the surface area? Surface area is something where you can touch upon. If I cut it along this part, so what will happen? There will be 2 more faces. When you cut it like this, there will be 2 more faces with identical to this part. And what are the dimension of these? This is 5, sorry, this is 4, this is 3. So I can say 2 times 4 into 3. Students, try to understand. The moment I cut it, I show you with one more box. The moment I cut it, let's say this box, this is joint. The moment I cut it, I get 2 new faces like this. I understand. Let's say this is a single box. Like this is a single box. The moment you cut it from this point, you get 2 more new faces exposed. So these 2 are rectangular faces with base and height. So you will, what will be the addition in your new area? 2BH. I hope it is clear to you. So the addition is 2BH. So I have added 2B, 2 into 4 into 3. Or I can say, what was the old area? Old surface area, I write down again, 2LB plus BH plus HL. That was 20 plus 12. There was 2 into 20 plus 12 plus 15. Yeah, it was 94. 94 plus 24. It comes out to be how much? It becomes 118. I hope you have got the answer and you must be thorough with it. Okay, let's move ahead now. Next question, dear students. A cuboidal water tank has dimensions 2.1. See, first of all, 2.1 meter long, length 2.1, 1.5 meter broad, breadth is what? 1.5 meter. A water tank 2.1 meter long, 1.5 meter broad is half filled with water. If 630 liters more water is poured into the tank, the water level will rise by how much? See students, what is given? We are given a cuboidal, see this is a cuboidal, let's say tank. This is half filled with water, okay. It has dimension, length into breadth is how much? This is the length, this is the breadth. I read again, be very careful. A cuboidal shaped water tank 2.1 meter long and 1.5 meter broad is half filled with water. If 630 more water is poured into the tank, the water level will rise by how much? See students, very basic funda. Let's say the water, if it is half full, let's say the water lies by h meters. Okay, so what will be the level of this water? What will be the volume of this water? The volume of this water will be length into breadth into height, length into breadth into this height h, this height h, and this height is given to us, and the volume of the water is given to us as 630. Understood, my dear students? I don't know how much water was initially. This was the initial water. I add 630 liter of water. When I add 630 liter of water, what happens is, see, this had a length into breadth and height, this much height increases. So this is L into B into H. I can say 630 is equal to 2.1 into 1.5 into H. Here everything is in, now students, be very careful. I'll tell you what. Do you know, let's convert everything into centimeter, things will be easy. This is liter. 630 liter is how much? 63 into 1000 centimeter cube. 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeters cube. Student, kindly remember this thing. 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. There could be a mistake in this question if you don't attempt it carefully. 2.10 means 210. Yeah, meter into centimeter. I am converting everything into centimeter. Whatever the height I will find in centimeter. If we need to convert, we will convert it into meter. Now what all we can cancel? This 0 cancel. 63 and 21 will give me 3. This 0 cancel. I again cancel this by, suppose 3, so I'll get 5. This 3 will be gone. So far 100 remaining. So H is equal to now 100 upon 5, or I can say 20 centimeter or 0.2 meter. Students, I hope you got this thing clear. What will happen when I pour in some water? Do I have a rectangular box? No, I don't have a rectangular box. When I pour in some water, the water level will rise. What will be the volume of the water? The volume of the water will be the, first of all, dimension of the container, that is length into breadth, then height. So LBH, this LBH will be equal to 630. Now students, we move to the next question. Before I start doing it, you attempt it yourself for a minute. I rub this portion, then I'll move ahead. Surface area of 3 adjacent faces of a cuboid are P, Q, R. Its volume is. First of all, I want you to learn the answer. What will be the volume? Volume will be under root P, Q, R. How does it come? See, if the volume is length into breadth into height, we know this is the length into breadth into height. 3 surface areas are P, Q, R. What will be P? I need a box again. Give me a minute. Where did I keep the previous box? Yes. Okay. See, what will be this P? This P will be, let's say, this is the length, this is the breadth. So L into B. What will be the Q? Q will be, let's say, this breadth into height, B into H. So what will be R? Length into H. Length into H. Now if I multiply P, Q, R, what I'll get? I'll get L square, B square, H square. If I multiply P, Q, R, I'll get L square, B square and H square. Easy. I don't think there's any problem in this. So you get PQR is equal to L square, B square and H square. Now what do I need to do? My volume is what? My volume is, I require LBH. So how will I get LBH? LBH will be what? LBH will be under root PQ. If you know the areas of the 3 surfaces of a cuboid, you need to find the volume. What you will do? You just, volume will be under root area of first face, area of second face, area of third face. Okay, got it? Let's move ahead. Next, the area of 3 consecutive faces of a cuboid are 12, 20 and 15, and the volume of the cuboid is, see, what is A1? 12. What is A2? 20. What is A3? 15. What is the volume? We just discussed this will be L into B into H. Okay. I'm sorry. A1 into A2 into A3. This will be the volume. Okay, I'll write again, no problems. The volume will be under the root A1, A2, A3. So this comes out to be 12 into 20 into 15, or I can say, I need to find the under root. 12 is what? 4 into 3. 20 is what? 4 into 5. 15 is what? 5 into 3. I have 2 5s, I have 2 3s, I have 2 4s. So the volume will be 5 into 4 into 3, 20 into 3. You can say 60 centimeter cube. This is your answer. Okay, shall we move ahead? Next question, students. The edges of a rectangular box are in the ratio 1:2:3 and its surface area is 88 centimeter square. The volume of the box is, see, length, breadth, height. These are in the ratio 1, 2 and 3. Let's say this is 1x, 2x, 3x. Surface area, what will be the total surface area of this? The total surface area will be twice of LB plus BH plus HL. This is given to us as 88. Okay, or I can say LB. What is LB? 1 into 2, 2x square. BH, 2 into 3, 6x square. HL, 3x square is equal to 2 cancel by 88 will give me 44. From here I can say 11x square. 11x square is equal to 44. X square is equal to 4. This way x comes out to be 2. What do we need to find? We need to find the volume. What is the volume? Volume is equal to LBH. Value of x is 2. So this becomes 1x, that is 2. 2x means 4. 3x means 6. 2 into 4, 8. 8 into 6, 48. I hope it makes sense and must be clear to all of you. We should go to the next question, students. Okay, just try it for a minute if you want. Till that time I'm erasing this portion. Next question, students. A cuboid of size 50, 40, 30 is cut into 8 identical parts by 3 cuts. What is the total surface area? Students, I told you whenever we cut we get 2 extra rectangular faces. Okay, whenever I cut something, I'll get 2 extra rectangular faces. See, I show you. Here I have seen when I cut this big parallel pipe into 2 smaller pipes, I get these 2 shaded more surfaces. Take is fine. So first of all, let's say initial surface area. Initial surface area is what? Twice of LB plus BH plus HL. When you cut it along the middle, then what do you get? You get 2 more faces. Now look, see, this is 2 more faces in 1 dimension. Okay, that's a twice of breadth into height. You get 2 more this. When you cut it like this, see, we are making 3 cuts actually, students. When we are making 3 cuts, what's happening? I'll show it to you in detail. First of all, let's say if I cut it from here in between, then I'll get 2 such more faces. Okay, now you will get 2 such more faces. What will be the dimension of this surface? It will be exactly similar to the cover page, like this. When I cut it along here, okay, when I cut it along here, what will I get? I'll get 2 more faces like this. And when I cut it along this side, I'll get 2 more faces like this. So if I make 3 perpendicular cuts dividing a cuboid into 8 parts, then the addition will be the similar. This much only, 2 LB plus BH plus HL, or I can say This is new surface area. New surface area, that is the added portion. Added new surface area. So total surface area will be what? Total surface area will be 2 plus 2, that is 4 times LB BH HL, that is 4 times 50 into 40. We have done this thing. 50 into 40 plus 40 into 30 plus 30 into 50. Okay, so that way what do I get? 4. I take 2 zeros common. 400. Okay, next thing, 5 into 4 24 into 3 12, 3 into 5 15. This becomes 47 into 400. 94 into 2 18800. Small typing mistakes, my dear students. Option number 3 is 18800. It must be clear to all of you. Okay, so let's take the next question, dear students. Yeah, this is based on the diagonal of a cube or cuboid. Okay, students, so far we were discussing cube. What is cuboid? What is cube? A cube is a figure which has L, B and H all equal. Okay, what is a cuboid? Cuboid has L, B, H generally different. A cube has all its length, breadth and height equal. Let's take the next question, dear students. Now, what is the next question? You can read it. The length of the largest rod that can be placed in a hall of 10, 6 and 4. Students, largest rod means the diagonal of cuboid. This is what you need to find. What is the diagonal of a cuboid? L square B square H square. That is, what is L square? 10 square 100. Then the next thing is 6 square 36, 4 square 16. So it is under the root 162. Okay, if I need to simplify this 162, what I'll do, I'll write this as 2 into 81, or I can say 9 root, to find the length of the largest rod that can be placed in a hall of 10, 6 and 4. Did I do some mistake? 10, 36 and 16. Oh my god, this is 152. I'm such a fool. This I can write as 4 into 152 is 25 plus 13. If you divide by 4, 4 into 13, that is, you can say 2 root 38. Yes, dear student, this is your answer and it must be very clear to you. I am moving ahead to the next part. So try this question, the front in front of you. If the length of the diagonal of a cube is 8 root 3, then its surface area is C. Length of a cube, length of diagonal of a cube. Students, always remember what I told you is, what is the diagonal? L square, B square, H square. Here what will happen? L square, L square, L square. You can say 3L square, or I can say L root 3. Clear? L root 3 is what? Diagonal of a, length of diagonal of a cube. This is given to us as 8 root 3. So L is equal to 8. That is, the length of side of the cube is 8. Length of side of the cube is 8. Then its surface area is, what is the surface area of a cube, students? I'll take further questions on this also. Surface area of a cube is 6a square. Okay, I'll come to cube very shortly. There's one question I saw related to diagonal. That's why I incorporated within the cuboid itself. We'll come to cubes shortly. So 6 into a square. A square is L into L. Okay, 6 into what is L? 8 into 8. I can say 64 into 6. 60 into 6, 360. 4 into 6, 20. 360 plus 24, 384. You've got the answer. Let's check the next question, dear students. So far we have done okay, no problems. I'll continue with more questions. So the next concept is, students, cube. Cube, what is the volume? Cube is a regular three-dimensional figure. Like this is the length, breadth. Okay, this is length, this is breadth. That will also be equal to L, and this height will also be equal to L. You getting it, dear students? The height is also equal to this. Let's say this is the height, so that will also be equal to L. Got it, students? Okay, so volume of a cube is L cube, and surface area of a cube, as I told you earlier, that will be 6L square. The whole, now the question, the whole surface of a cube is 150 square centimeter. So this 6L square is equal to 150 centimeter square. L square comes out to be 150 by 6, that is 25. We need the volume. First of all, L is equal to 5. Then what will be the volume? Volume will be 6L square or L cube. Okay, that will be 5 into 5 into 5, or you can say 1, 2, 5 is the volume. I hope it makes sense and it is clear to all of you. Okay, next question, dear students. Yeah, this is a good one. First, let me erase this part. Three solid iron cubes. Just a second, dear students. Yeah, 3 solid iron cubes of edges 4, 5, 6 are melted together to make a new cube. 62 centimeter cube of the melted material is lost due to improper handling. The area of the whole surface of the newly formed cube is, see, first of all, what I have 3 cubes, 4, 5 and 6 centimeter. They are melted. Let's say this is one cube, this is the second cube, this is the third cube. They are melted to form one big cube. Its volume, this is 4, so its volume will be 4 cube. Its volume will be 5 cube. Its volume will be 6 cube. So the total volume will be what? 64 plus 125 plus 216. Let's add these things, huh? 64 and 216. This will be what? 64 plus 216, 280 plus 125, I can say 405. Now 62 centimeters wasted. This is the total volume. This is 62 centimeters wasted. So the new is 343. So the net volume of this last cube is 343. See, if the volume is 343, what is the volume? Volume is equal to L cube. I can say L cube is equal to 343 or 7 cube. So that way L is equal to 7. Now what do I need to find? The area of the whole surface of the newly formed cube is, so whole surface area of a cube is 6L square. I can say 6 into 7 square, that is 6 into 49. 6 into 50 is 300. So this will be 6 less than 300, or I can say 294 if it is visible. Yes, we have answer 294. I hope this is clear to all of you. So students, next is a good question. Actually a little bit tough, a bit tricky, but we'll solve it definitely. A solid cube has side 8 centimeter. It's cut along diagonals of top faces to get 4 equal parts. What is the total surface area? I hope you understood the question. A solid cube has a side 8. Let's say this is the front face of a cube. I'll show you by a diagram. I have the diagram, I think. Yeah. Okay. It's cut along the diagonal portion. What is the total surface area? See students, when I cut it, first of all, before cutting, what was the initial area? Initial area, IA means initial area. What was the initial area of the cube? That will be, it has 6 sides, 6 centimeters, so 6 into 8 square. Now what happens when I cut it? See, you can see this is the top face. When you cut it, first of all, what is diagonally along the top face. So what is the diagonal? Diagonal is the AC. The length of AC or BD along where it is cut will be 8 root 2. Always remember, students, if the side of a cube is x, of a side of a square is x, then its diagonal will be x root 2. So since AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA, all the sides of the square are 8, therefore the diagonals will be 8 root 2. Now when I cut, let's say along the depth, you are seeing the top face. Suppose when you cut it along the depth, what will be the area? When I cut it along this, I'll get two rectangles exposed. Getting it? I told you, whenever you cut a face straight, you will get two new rectangles exposed. What will be the dimension of those rectangles? First of all, the length, the top, this is 8 root 2 and this depth is 8. So one cut, what I'll get? Addition of area will be how much? 2 rectangles. What will be the area? 8 root 2 into 8. Second cut. Again, see, you can see now one cut is along AC, the other cut is along BD. I'll get a similar two rectangles, 8 root 2 into 8. So finally, what will be the total area? New total area will be 6 into, oh my god, I'm not sure if I'm getting the answer. Let's check it. A solid cube has side 8 centimeter. Okay. Yes, we will definitely. What is the total surface area of each part? Oh my dear god. We need to find the total surface area of each part. That we will easily get, don't worry. Let's say I find the total area first of all. Okay. When I find the total area, exactly the complete area, what it will be? 6 into 8 square plus, I will say 2 root 2 into 8 square plus again 2 root 2 into 8 square. So I say 4 root 2 into 8 square. Okay. 2 root 2 into 8 square, 2 root 2 into 8 square, I multiply this, I'll get 4 root 2. This is the total area. I need to find the area of each portion like this. You see na, AOD, BO, DOC, BOC, AOC. So we require this total divided by 4. This divided by 4. Does it make sense, students? Total divided by 4. I hope it is clear to all of you. Yeah, I've picked the previous pen which I split down. So okay, now what I need to do, I just need to take 4 common from this. Let's say this becomes 64. 8 square is 64. 64, then this is 6 plus 4 root 2. I hope this is visible. Yes. Divided by 4. I can say, is this visible? 16, 6 plus 4 root 2. This will be the final answer. Oh my dear god, please bless me. Let it not be wrong. Otherwise, do I have some option? Yes. 96 plus 64 root 2. Yes, this is the answer. Had it not been the answer, I would have been... Anyways, you will have been making fun of me. Fine. So, you got it. I hope this must be clear to you. Should I move to the next question? Thank you so much for saying yes. Yeah, this is the concept now. Now let's move to right circular cylinder. Let me just wipe this off first, then I'll move ahead. Yeah, right circular cylinder. How is a right circular cylinder? Do I have some paper? Yes, let's say this is a rectangle. Okay, how do I get a cylinder? If I fold this thing, now like this, in front of you I'm folding it. If I fold it like this, I get a cylinder. You see, now this is a cylinder. Does it make sense? This is a cylinder now. Okay, you can see through it. This is a cylinder. So what is, first of all, how do I get a cylinder? I told you. Now let's see the volume. How do I get a volume? Let's say this is a circle. The area of the circle is pi r square and its height is h. So the volume will be pi r square h. So first of all, volume is what? Base area into height, or I can say circular base area pi r square and into height is h. So volume is pi r square h. This is one thing. Let's say I tell you the surface area right now, then we'll do the questions later on. Surface area now. How do I get the surface area? See, students. this surface area is actually length into height. This is a rectangle. This is a rectangle na? But this area is length into height. But the moment you fold it, you get a cylinder. What is the surface area of the cylinder? First of all, curve. Let's talk about two things. The cylinder has two parts: curved surface area plus plane surface area. Curved surface area plus plane surface area. What will be the curved surface area? Curved means that part which has been rolled up like this. This is folded now. This is the curve. This is the curve. So this curved surface area will be what? This curved surface area will be actually length into height. What is the length? See students, this portion is the length. Getting it? This portion is the length. When you fold it, it becomes the circumference of a circle. Okay. Now it becomes the circumference of the circle. So what it is? First of all, length I will write 2 pi r and height I will write h. So this is the curved surface area 2 pi r h. Okay. Length into height, length into height. Okay. Now plane surface area. What is the plane surface area, students? Over here, let's say this is covered and this portion is also covered. So we have two circles. What is the area of a circle? Pi r square. But I have two circles, one on top, one on bottom, so I can say plus 2 pi r square. So this is the area 2 pi r. I take common h plus 2 pi r in the bracket r plus h. So this is the total surface area. Whenever required, you can do it like this. I hope it is clear to all of you. Let's move to the questions. Let me rub this. The volume of a right circular cylinder of height 21 and base radius 5 cm is h is equal to 21 and base radius. This base radius is 5. What is the volume? I just told you, pi r square h. Pi means 22 by 7. R square means 21. This is h and r is what? 5 square. 5 into r square is 5 into 5. This cancels, so gives me 3. Okay, we have 22 into 75. Very easy. 75 into 2 is 150. 75 into 20 is 1500. 150 plus 1500 will give me 1650. I hope it's clear to all of you. Should I rub this? You see the next question, then I'll rub it. Yeah, the next question. A rectangular piece of paper of dimension 22 by 12 is rolled along its length to form a cylinder. The volume of the cylinder so formed is. See students, what we have, let's say this is a rectangular sheet of paper. This is 22, this is 12. Just now I told you this part gets converted into 2 pi r and this is the height. Okay, 22 is equal to 2 pi r. That means what I can say, 2 into 22 by 7 into r is equal to 20 to 22 to 22 cancel. So we get r is equal to 7 by 2. We already know the height. Height is equal to 12. Okay. The volume of the cylinder so formed is, what will be the volume? Volume will be pi r square h. Pi is 22 by 7. R square is 7 by 2. 7 by 2. H I already told you that was 12 given in the question. Now we just need to find this value, nothing else. 7 to 7 cancel. 2 into 2 makes 4. 4 cancel with 12 gives me 3. 22 into 21. It is not that difficult. If you need to multiply a number with its next number, what you do? Just take the square of the smaller number. 441 plus 20 plus the smaller number again. 441 plus 21. This is your answer, my dear students. Clear? Let's see the next question. Next concept is a theory. Okay, you just have a look at this. Okay, by that time I rub this, and I will explain it to you. Actually, dear friends, I have explained all this to you. I just told you the concept, complete concept, how to fold a paper and how to get a rectangle paper converted into a cylindrical shape. So next thing, the total surface area of a right cylindrical circular cylinder with radius of the base 7 cm and height 20 cm is radius of the base, height is equal to 20 cm. We need total surface area, which we have discussed, 2 pi r in the bracket r plus h, or I can say 2 into 22 by 7. What is the radius? Radius is, I hope, 7, then 20 plus 7. Okay, so this becomes 7 to 7 cancel, 44 into 27. See, if I multiply this, what will be the last digit? 4 into 7, 28. So I won't solve it just looking at the option. This will be my answer. Double 1 double. And why should I solve it? Getting it, dear students. So this is my answer. Should we move to the next question, students? This is the next question. By that time I just rub this, you see this question. A right circular cylinder just encloses a sphere of radius r. Okay, the ratio of the surface area of the sphere and the curved surface area of the cylinder is, see students, when the right circular cylinder is enclosing the sphere, that means, first of all, what is the total volume of height of the sphere? Height of the square will be diameter of the sphere, that is 2r. So that will be the height of cylinder also, that is again 2r. Let's talk about cylinder. Cylinder, I'm spelling, I was writing wrong. Friends, all these questions are actually from my book only. Cylinder, sphere. So what will be height? Height will be equal to 2r. What will be the radius? Radius will be equal to r. Here, what will be height? Height will be equal to, there is nothing called height in a cylinder. In a sphere, the radius will be r only. Okay. Now what is being asked? The ratio of surface area of sphere, surface area of sphere divided by surface area of cylinder. Surface area of cylinder divided by the curved surface area. Okay, CSA. CSA means curved surface area of cylinder. How to get this thing? Surface area of a sphere is what? 4 pi r square. We will discuss it in detail shortly. Curved surface area of a cylinder, I already told you, 2 pi r h. What is h? I will solve it later. Okay, pi to pi cancel. 1 r will cancel the square r. So I have 4r upon 2h, or 4r upon 2 into 2r. That gives me 1:1. Option number 4 is my answer. Let's look at next question. What is the next question? Next question, dear students. The height of our right circular cylinder is 6 meters. Okay. This h is equal to 6 meters and 3 times the sum of area of its two end faces. For a right circular cylinder, what are the two end faces? One circle, another circle. 3 times the sum of area of two end faces, that is 3 times pi r square plus pi r square, is twice the area of its curved surface. Is twice the area of curved surface. What is the curved surface area of a cylinder? 2 pi r h. So far clear? Yes. Now what do we need to find? This I can say 3 into 2 pi r square. is equal to 2 into, I should write pi r, that makes things more easy, huh? 2 into pi rh. Pi rh. Whatever you can cancel, just cancel. 2 pi cancel. 1 r cancel. So what I'm left with is 3r is equal to 2h. Okay, 3r is equal to 2h, and h is given to us as, so 3r is equal to 2 into 6. H is given to us as 6. Okay, so I can say r is equal to 2 into 2. That will give me 4. Do we have any such option? Yes, we have the option first. This is the next theory we need to discuss about sphere. Okay, students. Till that time, I'm rubbing that off. You can go through if you want to, but I will tell you everything in detail very soon. See. Sphere. Sphere is a three-dimensional figure. Let's say a round ball. Cricket ball, leather cricket ball, the one which is used in international cricket, that is a sphere. Okay, so what do we have about sphere? Its radius is equal to r, then diameter becomes 2r, volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, and the curved surface area. Always remember, a sphere is completely curved. There is no plane surface on a sphere. So the curved surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. This is one thing. Okay, 4 pi r square. Let's start with questions. The total surface area of a sphere is 8 pi square units. The volume of the sphere is, we are given this as 8 pi. Okay, whatever we can cancel, I cancel. Pi to pi cancel. I'll get r square. 4 cancel with 8 to give me 2. R comes out to be root 2. What is the volume of the sphere? Volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, 4 by 3 pi r cube. That means 4 by 3 into pi is what? 22 by 7. And r cube is 2 root 2. Okay, pi is let pi as it is. So we have 8 as per the options. 8 root 2 by 3 pi. 8 root 2 by 3 pi. This is my answer. We have option number 1 exactly the same. This is the next question. Volume of a sphere is doubled. I'm sorry, the radius of a sphere is doubled. What will be the new volume? Okay. See. Let's say initial radius is equal to r. Initial radius is equal to r. Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. New radius is equal to 2r. Then volume will be 4 by 3 pi into 2r cube. So very easily you can figure out this will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. 2 cube is 8. So the new volume will be 8 times the old volume. So the volume becomes 8 times. It was an easy question and we have solved it very easily also. Now let's come to a hollow sphere. A very good example of a hollow sphere is a tennis ball. Okay. Tennis ball is a very good example of a hollow sphere. What is the volume of a hollow sphere? Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube minus r cube, where r is the outer radius, small r is the inner radius. Okay, a hollow spherical metal ball has an external diameter of 6. So let's say r is equal to 3 and half centimeter thickness. So small r will be what? R minus the thickness. Thickness is half, so you get 2.5. Now the volume of the ball is, so the volume of the ball will be, volume is equal to 4 by 3 into pi in 3 cube minus 2.5 cube. We will have to do a bit of calculation now. Be careful. Okay, Okay, pi has also been removed, so you will have to be very careful. 4 by 3 into 22 by 7. 3 cube is 27. Okay, and let me check if there the volume of the ball, a hollow metallic hollow sphere material has an external diameter of 6. Yes, and 6 centimeter. Okay, and is half cm thick. Fine, no problem. So far everything is clear. Minus 2.5 cube is actually 15.625, if anybody can figure this out. Okay, 4 by 3 into 22 by 7, very pathetic calculation, but still we will do it. This will be 11.375, or which you can write as 11.3 by 8. Okay, let me just for a moment. Okay, so this is 4 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 11.3 by 8. Again 4 by 3 into 22 by 7, 11 into 8, 88, 18 into 3, 91 by 8. Whatever we can cancel, just cancel. 7, 4 and 8, 2. This becomes 11. This becomes 13. 11 into 13 is 143 divided by 3. I hope I'm not doing any sort of mistake. Yes, this comes to 11. Okay, it's 143 by 3. So if I divide this, I'll get 4. I think the option will be like this. There were mixed fraction options. So if I divide this, this will be divisible till 141. Okay, 141. That will be 47. 47 2 by 3. Let's just check if any such option is there. Yes, we have option number 2 is 47 2 by 3. So we have finally got the answer. You can just copy. I'm getting aside, or you can take a screenshot if you want. I'll be moving to the next question then. This is the question. Let's say this is the new concept. Okay, this is hemisphere. Okay, hemisphere. It's a very good thing. Let's say I have a lemon. I know what is the volume of a sphere. 4 by 3 pi r cube. I cut it from the middle. When I cut it from the middle, I will get a hemisphere. So volume will be half. Hemi means half. So 2 by 3 pi r cube. Now, surface area of a sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. This is a lemon. Let's say when I cut it, as you can see in the diagram over here, when you cut it, you will get one part. Let's say this one part, the one above, right above my finger. Its surface area will be 2 pi r square. It will get half. This is what? This is curved surface area, my dear student. This is curved surface area. Now, this is curved surface area. When I cut a lemon, I get a circular part also. In each of the parts, both the half lemons have a circular part. So that we call as total surface area. It is a circle, so it will be pi r square. So the total surface area will be surface area for a hemisphere will be what? This will be equal to 3 pi r square. Okay, 3 pi r square. Let's take a few more questions. If the total surface area of a hemisphere is 27 pi, here it is given to us as 27 pi cancel. So 3 cancel with 9 gives me 9 is equal to r square, or r is equal to 3. Okay. Then the radius of the base of the hemisphere is, what do I need to find? This radius was required. We have already got it. Okay. Let's take next question. A sphere and a hemisphere have the same volume. The ratio of their curved surface area is, see, first of all, volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube upon volume of hemisphere. This is what? 2 by 3 pi. Let's say its radius is r, pi r cube. 3 to 3 cancel, pi to pi cancel. What I'm left with is equal to 2r cube upon this 4 cancel with 2 gives me 2 upon r cube is equal to 1:1. Okay. The ratio of their curved surface area is, this is a bit typical and calculative question, be very careful. Now r cube by r cube will be what? 1/2. Clear? Okay. R upon r will be what? 1/2 raised to the power 1/3, because cube I'm cancelling over here. Now we need ratio of their curved surface area. See, curved surface for sphere, I'll write it over here. Curved surface area for sphere, curved surface area for hemisphere. That will be, what is the curved surface area? Curved surface area for a sphere is 4 pi r square. Curved surface area for a hemisphere is 2 pi. Its radius is, let's say this radius is capital R. This radius is this. Pi to pi cancel, so I get 2 r by r square. Now, what is r by r? I can say, do I have some space to write? Should I rub this part? Okay, right over here. Look, this is 2. What is the value of r by r? The value of r by r is 1/2. 1/2 raised to power 1/3. If it is square, so it becomes 2/3, because this ratio is in a square. So I put power 2. I put the value of r by r. Now what I have? 2 raised to the power 2 into 2, 1/2. I can write as 2 into 2 की power minus 2/3, or I can say 2. This power is 1, so this becomes 1/3. So the final answer is 2 raised to the power 1/3, or 2 raised to power 1/3 is to 1. That is option number 4. I think I have finished all sort of questions. Yes, I have finished. So my dear friends, this is all for today. We will meet again tomorrow. Carry on with your studies. Be very rigorous. Don't try to waste your time. This is a very crucial time. All the very best. Keep on studying. Good night. We will meet again tomorrow. Bye bye.